You're not going to believe this one, but I don't have a coffee. But I have solved one of the world's problems, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. I didn't realize it, but my whole life, since I was, oh, I don't know, when did I started driving, I guess around 15. I was driving farm equipment, and I was driving, you know, other stuff around the farm. I didn't actually drive on the road until a couple of years later, but I didn't realize that whole time that I had an electrical vehicle at the time. So we're talking 50 years, 50, you know, 45 years maybe, something like that. I didn't realize that I had an electrical vehicle back then until the other night. The other night I went to pick up, you'll see it here, I gotta do some work on it. The other night I got a wicked deal. I went and purchased a motor hoist. Nice one for 80 bucks. It was on Marketplace, and it wasn't too far from here, 30 minutes away. Anyways, I got a motor hoist for $80. When I got there to pick it up, the guy said his ad was ringing off the hook. I almost said, well, I can't imagine why. You only got it listed for $80. I looked at them at Harbor Freight before I purchased one, and they were $400 at Harbor Freight. So I was thinking $80, that's a really good deal. So I jumped on that thing and got there ahead of everyone else and got myself a motor hoist. So I really needed that anyways, you'll see in upcoming projects. But anyway, let's get back to this electrical vehicle thing. While I was picking up that motor hoist, I drove by a house on the way home. And there was a car plugged into the front of the house. Well, you know, my whole life of driving cars, and I don't care, 6-wheelers, 4-wheelers, you name it. The only time we ever plugged them into the house is when they were broke down with a dead battery. So my first thought was, well, there's another electric car broke down because the battery needs charging. And then my mind started to wander. You know, it was just a funny sight to see this car plugged into a regular receptacle on the front of the house. So, I don't know that much about them, but anyways, I do know this much. We call that a dead battery. Most of us, we go get, and we all have had this kit. So I went to Harbor Freight again, and for $49.95, I bought myself an electrical car charger. Only because I wanted a smaller one. The one I've had my whole life stands about 2 feet wide, and it's on wheels, and you know, and they make them smaller now. And I wanted something a little smaller that I could take to my 4-wheeler, my 6-wheeler. So anyways, what are we talking about for a kit? Well, doesn't that look like an electrical car charger to you? 12 volt, whole 9 yards. That's just what that car looked like. and I was thinking, wouldn't it suck, you know, every day if you had to go out in your car and lift the hood and hook this up every day of you know, what they want us to do nowadays. And that's just what that car looked like. Kind of cord coming out of it. A lot of times when I've got a dead battery on the pickup or something, I will lift the hood, I will get my connectors in, and then I'll lower the hood and put a stick of wood in there just to keep it from closing down tight on the ends, and then just let it set overnight on the trickle charge. Well, I got thinking, that must be what that electric car's doing, just on a trickle charge all night long. Well, to me, every time I got to do that to my pickup, it's broke down. So anyways, for $49.95, you too can have an electrical car. That's about how much sense it makes to me to own an electrical car. You got to plug it in every way you go. Anyways, I wish I had a cup of coffee to go with that. I just wanted to be funny this morning. I don't know. I'm in a good mood. Things are going good right now the last couple days, so